Some of the most powerful strengths are nearly invisible, and I've seen this most in women. Now, before anyone misreads me, I'm not saying that women are perfect, and I'm not saying that men are perfect. Human beings are human beings. These are just my simple observations. Patterns I've noticed over 4.5 decades of watching people, and some patterns are just too interesting to ignore. One of those qualities is observation. Have you ever noticed how women walk into a room and instantly know when something's off? No one says a word, no one announces it, yet somehow they know. I always thought that was fascinating. A husband says he's fine. She knows he's not. A child says nothing happened, but a mother knows something happened. A friend says she's okay, and another woman hears the subtle shift in her voice and knows it isn't true. I've seen this all my life. Some people call it intuition. Maybe that's part of it. I don't know. I really don't. What I do know is this, though. I have seen many women notice things long before everyone else notices them. A change in someone's mood, a shift in a person's energy, a hesitation before an answer. Something in a person's voice. Something they can't always explain immediately, but somehow they notice it. Psychologists sometimes call this thin slicing. That's when the brain takes a small amount of information and forms a quick judgment from it. A tone, a look, a pause, a pattern, tiny changes in behavior. And what makes it fascinating is that much of this happens below the conscious awareness. That may be why someone may sense that something is wrong long before they can explain it. And sometimes people dismiss that. They laugh it off. They say it's overthinking. They say too much is being read into it. Then weeks later, the truth comes out. They were right. Not because anyone predicted the future, not because anyone was psychic, but because signals were noticed that other people walked right past. Especially some of us guys. Don't worry, I'm one of them. Researchers have spent decades studying things like emotional recognition, social awareness, and nonverbal communication. In plain English, that means reading faces, voices, body language, reading the room. And whether you call it intuition, awareness, observation, pattern recognition, or something else entirely, I've watched many women do this exceptionally well, often enough that it is impossible for me to ignore. Come on now, let's be real. Let's be human here. We all know a grandma who just knows the right words to say, who knows something's up. You didn't even got to say anything. You just walk in and she's like, what's wrong, baby? You know what I'm saying. And that leaves us with an interesting question. What exactly are they seeing that so many other people miss? Because I don't think observation is the real lesson. I think observation is the doorway to understanding people more deeply. And when you understand people more deeply, everything changes. Your relationships change. Your leadership style changes. The way you move through the world changes. And honestly, it would be very hard for me to count how many times my wife is right about things. And my mother. And I ain't a mama's boy. I just think that people, especially men, can actually learn from this. I know I'm taking note. And I'm sharing it. Now, that's just one lesson. In the full conversation, we're going to explore why women often seem to know what's happening long before everyone else figures that out. Why they hear the weight behind the words instead of just the words themselves. How many women build networks of awareness through conversations, relationships, shared experiences, and observations that allow insights, warnings, and how information with them travels in remarkable ways. Why some of the strongest people in your life may be carrying burdens you never knew existed. How the same person can be nurturing, gentle, patient, and become absolutely immovable when something she loves is threatened. And why some of the greatest influence in the world comes not from power, titles, or authority, but from a quiet voice that speaks at exactly the right moment. Because the more I observe the women throughout my life, the more I've come to realize that some of the most important lessons about strength are hidden inside qualities we rarely stop to study. The full lesson will be in my Patreon. The link will be in the description. And that's where the real conversation will begin. Perform or perish.